Behind closed doors, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Chemtrails Task Force has dropped a quiet but devastating bombshell. Using encrypted Doge channels to cloak their movements, the team infiltrated DARPA's classified financial network. And what they uncovered was nothing short of staggering. Inside the data, they found the blueprints for a global shadow war. Powerful organizations funneling hundreds of millions into coordinated aerosol operations over American skies. Despite growing public outrage, the spraying hasn't stopped. And the shocking truth is US taxpayers are unknowingly funding it, with millions of dollars flowing out every single day. But one discovery throws investigators in their tracks. A foreign intelligence partner, officially an ally, secretly bankrolling what internal memos describe as psychological operations targeting US citizens. Stay with us, because tonight, we expose the DARPA files they never wanted you to see. Before we dive in, did you know that Israel has quietly bought up most of the world's most popular VPNs? And they've recruited spooks to run these companies. If you're a customer, you need to cancel your subscription right now. The only VPN I trust to protect my privacy from the deep state is vp.net. They're built to block deep state actors from spying on you. Visit vp.net/TPV to find out more. For those still living in denial about the origins of the chemtrails operations, it's time to wake up before it's too late. For decades, the military's top brass have quietly signed off on operations that treat the American people as unwitting test subjects. Commanders have handed down classified orders authorizing aerosol dispersals over major population centers, and then buried the evidence under layers of compartmentalized clearance. If you think this is just a coincidence, or climate engineering gone wrong, you're not paying attention to the evidence that's hiding in plain sight in the skies above our heads.
Gotcha, traitors.
Evidence like this video isn't just compelling, it's invaluable. It connects what we see above our heads to what's buried deep in classified defense budgets. The Chemtrails Task Force made it clear. It's time for the people to rise up. They urge citizens to watch the skies, document, and expose. And the public has answered that call. We use vp.net, the next generation of cryptographic privacy. Unlike old school VPNs, its protection isn't just promised, it's mathematically proven. No logs, no trackers, no middlemen, just pure verifiable privacy. This is vital because across X and other platforms, thousands are uploading geotagged videos, tracking flight paths, and linking data points in real time. A massive crowdsourced database of spraying operations is being updated live. A map of coordinated criminal activity across North America. Every contrail, every haze, every unmarked jet is being logged and cross-referenced. For the first time, the people aren't just watching the skies, they're fighting back. Even the experts are finally admitting it. After decades of gaslighting, Congress is hearing the truth. We were right. We're not conspiracy theorists. We're being used as lab rats in a reckless experiment on humanity.
My written testimony goes into detail explaining my decision to join more than 500 other scientists and academics from around the world to call for a solar engineering non-use agreement. I'll just briefly state, first, the understandings are not sufficiently developed to know what the outcomes would be, and unintended consequences are almost certain to happen. Second, our 70-year history with weather modification should give us some humility in thinking that we can understand what the consequences might be. We've been trying to modify the weather for 70 years, and we don't know if we're modifying the weather. And finally, we have one Earth, and experimenting on it carries considerable risks. I have likened geoengineering to risky gain-of-function research on viruses with uncertain benefits and catastrophic risks.
Now, the federal government has been involved in cloud seeding since the 1940s. Using the planet as a test monkey for emerging technologies poses all sorts of risks. Among these that have been highlighted by the EPA are stratospheric ozone depletion, acid rain, and reduced crop yields. There's also the question of whether such large-scale climate interventions is even necessary given the uncertainties regarding climate change.
For years, anybody who questioned weather modification was labeled crazy or a conspiracy theorist. Now we've learned that they've been doing it for decades. One geoengineering company called Make Sunsets injects aerosol into the atmosphere to reflect sunlight back into space. I want to show you their frequently asked questions. Why? It says, unless we reflect sunlight, Tens of millions of people will die, and 20% of species may go extinct.
Talk about gaslighting. The elites are now claiming they're spraying us with toxic chemicals to save lives and protect the planet. Let that sink in. They're calling it climate intervention, but it's the same poison falling from the skies. Meanwhile, bees, the very foundation of our food chain, are dying off in record numbers. Our natural pollinators, essential to all life on Earth, are disappearing. And when the bees go, we go.
We now know, with peer-reviewed study, that bees are testing with 70 times more aluminum in their system than what it takes to cause Alzheimer's or dementia in a human being. It's a wonder any of them are alive. 70 times more. Aluminum is very abundant in the environment, yes, but it does not exist in the environment in free form. It doesn't exist in free form. It must be mined and refined and sprayed for it to be scattered everywhere in the environment, and that's exactly what's happening. It's not just the bees that are dying. Every single one of us is being contaminated. These materials are bioavailable. They're building up in our systems.
And this isn't just an American tragedy, it's global. The same operations are happening across the Western world, from the US to Canada, Australia, and the UK. What we're witnessing is nothing less than a coordinated crime against humanity and the natural world itself.
And of course, after 3 days of being allowed to see the sun, what's happening to the skies overhead? I say to this government and all others, stop spraying us with shit that we never gave you permission to spray us with. If you're wondering where all the butterflies have gone, just look up.
This isn't negligence, it's control. A coordinated assault on nature itself, driven by powerful interests that don't answer to the public. Behind the climate-saving rhetoric hides something far more sinister. A foreign hand guiding the operation, quietly influencing policy, funding, and public perception from the shadows. They're not protecting the planet, they're manipulating a nation. After the break, we reveal how the Chemtrails Task Force traced the money, the technology, and the motives, straight to a source few in Washington dare to name. The global elite are raking in crypto billions, rigging markets to keep regular Americans like you broke. It's a deliberate wall. And as viewers of this channel already know, the globalists want you enslaved, not free. Block Trust IRA is smashing that with their Animus AI trading platform, which has been designed to outsmart the hedge fund managers so that everyday Americans have a chance at real financial independence. This is the #1 crypto platform, crowned by Bitcoin magazine from over 1,500 rivals. Thousands of ordinary Americans like you are already raking in 250% returns, backed by $200 million in military-grade security. The globalists absolutely hate this platform. It has created 80,000 new millionaires already. Block Trust IRA's mission aligns with ours. Financial freedom is the key to fighting back against the shadowy elite. So please visit tpvcrypto.com, links below, to find out more. For a limited time, they're offering my viewers up to $2,500 in bonus crypto when you open an account. Visit tpvcrypto.com and join the revolution today. Earlier this year, we broke the bombshell story. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. had quietly formed a covert chemtrails task force, operating deep within the Department of Health and Human Services. While the mainstream media scrambled to dismiss it as a conspiracy theory, and armies of social media shills flooded the zone with denial, we stood by the facts. Then came the moment they couldn't ignore. RFK confirmed it on national television during his interview with Dr. Phil. And just like that, the narrative collapsed. The fact-checkers went silent. The trolls retreated into the shadows. And our sources on reporting? Vindicated.
My name is Emily, and my biggest concern is the stratospheric aerosol injections that are continuously peppered on us every day. Bromium, aluminum, strontium, it's sprayed in our skies all day long. And I know you've talked to Dane Wigington about this. He seems to be one of the experts in the field.
Is there a question?
Yes. How do we stop it?
I'm going to do everything in my power to stop it. We're bringing on somebody who's going to think only about that, find out who's doing it, and holding them accountable.
But that was just the beginning. The task force has been hard at work, monitoring social media for geotagged information about heavy spray zones. Shadowy government departments and private foundations have been infiltrated. Now, we've got a major update. According to a member of the task force, somebody who's seen the classified data firsthand, the truth is far darker than anyone imagined.
Yeah, I work for Chemtrails Task Force. The one RFK Jr. put together. He's my boss. And say what you like about him, but the guy's got fire. He's been pushing harder than anyone to drag this whole operation into the light. We've been inside Doppler systems for months now. We cracked their financial network using an old contractor's credentials. Half the systems still run on legacy authentication. It's like breaking into a fortress with the key they left under the mat. Once we were in, the picture got ugly fast. Hidden ledgers, coded transactions, and anonymous shell entities labeled as atmospheric modulation research. Turns out, this isn't about studying the weather. It's about controlling it. Billions are moving through what DARPA calls geo-adaptive resilience programs. But when you read the subfiles, it's clear. Large-scale aerosol dispersal, chemical payload testing, and behavioral data modeling on civilian populations. And the money trail? It's insane. Private foundations, corporate fronts, even foreign contractors feeding into the same black budget. Every day, the U.S. government is spending millions of taxpayer dollars to keep these aircraft in the sky, and the public has no clue. But what really rattled everyone was the foreign money. Israel, pumping in millions under something labeled psychological spray operations. Their documents literally talk about modifying population mood metrics. That's not weather control, that's psychological warfare. Now look, I know people out there are frustrated. I read the posts, I see the videos, everyone's asking, why aren't you shutting it down? Believe me, we're trying. But this thing is a maze, layers of contractors, classified funding streams, deniable programs buried inside other programs. Every time we pull one thread, 3 more appear. And the truth is, the Trump administration isn't all in on this yet. Some of them still think it's too wild to be real. Until they're convinced, we're fighting uphill. There are powerful people tied to these programs, people who can make or break the entire operation with a single phone call. So yeah, I'm speaking out, because waiting for the system to fix itself isn't working. The public deserves to know what's being done in their name, in their skies. RFK's fighting like hell, but he can't do it alone. None of us can.
We are fighting an information war, and they believe they can shape our reality, contain our ideas, and crush us before we reach critical mass. One of their most powerful weapons, a weapon almost nobody even realizes is a weapon, is sitting on your laptop right now, on your phone. It's your VPN. Israel isn't only controlling the feds, blackmailing Congress, paying US influencers to astroturf and spraying the skies. They've seized global control of VPNs, the very tools people trust to hide their most private activities. VPNs aren't protecting you. They've become the global dragnet for surveillance and blackmail. How did Israel pull off the heist? Not with guns, not with tanks, but with boardrooms, buyouts, and backdoors. 3 of the 6 most popular VPNs in the world, ExpressVPN, CyberGhost, and Private Internet Access, are owned by a single company, Cape Technologies. Cape isn't just another tech company, its roots trace back to Crossrider, a malware distributor notorious for hijacking people's devices. And its leadership? Packed with Israeli intelligence veterans, the very people who built Israel's most powerful surveillance tools. We're talking about veterans of Unit 8200, Israel's NSA on steroids, masters of hacking, blackmail, and surveillance. They created Pegasus and Celebrite, spyware used to spy on thousands of journalists and politicians around the world. We're also talking about the Dovdadin Unit, Israel's undercover death squad. Commandos trained to infiltrate, wage war through deception, and carry out assassinations. These aren't just names, they're written into the resumes of Cape CEOs, developers, and financiers. The founder, Teddy Sagi, is one of Israel's richest men, a convicted fraudster who bankrolls the IDF and brags about recruiting ex-agents for his companies. These are the people you're paying to protect your privacy. It's not just a sick joke, it's a punchline and you're the one they're laughing at. But it gets even worse. Cape didn't just buy the world's leading VPNs, they bought the very websites that rank and review VPNs. The watchdogs are owned by the wolves. And then there's ExpressVPN's CTO, Daniel Gerrick, a man exposed as a spy for hire, hacking dissidents and handing their data to foreign nations. He was fined by the DOJ, but ExpressVPN kept him anyway. Edward Snowden didn't mince words, but he didn't go far enough. If you're using a legacy VPN, cancel it right now. This isn't a drill, it's urgent. You're under attack. This isn't just a privacy issue, it's a national security issue. And because we care about our viewers, tonight we're revealing the first trustless VPN, vp.net. Built so that even if it wanted to spy on you, it couldn't. Even if the feds came knocking, they'll walk away empty-handed. It's built inside a secure enclave, uses military-grade encryption, and stores zero data. Yes, really, zero zilch nada. That means if Big Brother comes knocking, there's nothing to give. No logs, no metadata, no trail. It's mathematically, cryptographically impossible for them to spy on you. And here's the best part. It's 100% American-owned. No Mossad backdoors, no Israelis rifling through your DMs, perusing your passwords, siphoning your most private information. No compromise. We use it every single day at TPV when we're digging into the dangerous stories the elite are desperate to suppress. And frankly, if you're not locking your digital life down right now, you're walking yourself straight into a digital prison of your own making. Sign up today at vp.net/TPV. It's only $5 a month, and you can finally stop asking, who's monitoring me? Because the answer is, they were, but with vp.net, not anymore. Go to vp.net/TPV and take back control before it's too late. Here at The People's Voice, we're determined to continue exposing the crimes of the elite, but we need your help. Subscribe to the channel, tell your friends and family about us, and join the People's Voice Locals community for exclusive and uncensored content. We can't do without you.